So these next couple of things we're going to take a look at are talking about functions. And functions are something that we did not do at all during geometry, so it's something you haven't done in quite a while. But it also becomes very important in an algebra class because algebra is a lot of things about functions because they have differences between a function and just a normal equation, even though we don't really get a ton into it in high school math. So a couple of things you want to remember. F of x and y are really almost the same thing for everything you're going to do in high school math. So f of x equals x plus 7 and y equals x plus 7 really behave almost the exact same way. All right, so that means you can really switch f of x and y back and forth to each other when you're doing problems. All right, they can swap back and forth. Sometimes it's very helpful to switch them back and forth. One of the most important things is to remember that f of x does not mean f times x. It literally means put x into the equation and see what happens. All right, so you're going to have f of 2. That means plug in 2 and get an answer. All right, that's what it means. It doesn't mean do f times 2. There's no division or anything like that. So when you go down through practice these, and make sure that you're thinking about that when you're going down through and doing this stuff. All right, you'll see the words input and output. All right, and input is something you put into a function, and output is the answer that you get. Remember that we, to this point, have had all of our points on a graph as probably x, y. All right, you will see these written as f of x. They don't have to be f of x. They could be g of x. But again, that just shows that y and f of x are really the exact same thing for most of what we're going to do. So these problems are just going to have you plugging things in, possibly having an output and finding an input. I'm going to stay away from the calculator doing this stuff. I'm going to actually do them by hand because I think that's more important than being able to just put them into the calculator.